Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. Here we are, back in action. I took a little vacation, a real-life vacation. Got some time to recharge the batteries, and it was fantastic. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Now, I will give you, in return, the best that I got, which ain't so good all the time, but I'll try. So, anyway, we've got, well, first of all, let me say this. There's been an update to the game. Some rebalancing, a new ride, which may not be here, or it may. The Skizzer, where is it? Hopefully, my game updated. I don't see it here. Maybe I might need to research it. Let's take a peek-see. Research. Start research. Family ride. What kind of ride is it? It's a flat ride. Bump around. Smashing the atom. Yeah, okay. So we might need to research it. But there's a new ride. What did this say with the thing? Oh, that. New items available. Hilarious. Okay. You know what? Let's research something. I'm so stupid and sorry. Shop brand. Let's just go. Let's do some thrill ride. Let's do family ride, I guess. An eccentric classic. Let's do it. And let's crank that money up. How do I do the max? How do I just do the max? 1,000. No, 15 hundo. There we go. That's nice that it tells you. So that'll research very quickly. We'll see what we get. But there's been a lot of balancing. The big problem that we've had for quite some time is the fact that people will, if there's anything like a hat shop or something like that around, people will flood that. They'll go to it like crazy, and it'll really screw up the aesthetic of your park. You'll just have thousands of people, or in my case, hundreds of people, all packed in trying to buy hats and balloons and stuff like that. So we've avoided that, but I think they've kind of turned it into, they've balanced it, and it's kind of a necessity. People are going to really request it and want it. Something else that I noticed, and I feel like they're just watching and laughing at me, is that the developers have changed it to where distance to a ride matters, and the transportation to that ride matters. So luckily we have this train, but those poor saps, I mean, if you're over here and you want to come on back, you got a long trek till your train comes back here. So, yeah. What is the train doing? Is you open? You's open. That's fine. That's good. People is just waiting for a ride. Or a load. Maybe. Oh, you poor suckers. You'll be out there in no time. Don't worry. That's a lie. They won't. It's gonna take years. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So last episode, we did this kind of topiary garden here in front of the castle. And I left it off to where this wasn't completed, but it was just a quick little fix just to adjust some little things here and there to get it symmetrical. And I'm happy with this. I think this looks pretty cool. Obviously, right now it looks pretty plain because we got nothing on either side. And as I've been working here, I've been having a lot of thoughts on what I want to do. We could definitely build some shops right here, some little things, just places for people to buy things, because ideally, we're going to have a little bit of a circle that goes around here and then branches off to different parts of the park. So the circle maybe come out to about where the trolley is stationed right now, and or it might be a square. But this will be the central hub area, and then we'll branch off in directions. So, you know, people have a little bit, it's a little more like if you're way out here, you don't have to walk all the way around. You can almost straight shot right to the exit. But let's see, what else do we have? I wanted to check on, well, there's some other things we can do too. Like we can, needs to be prettied up a little bit, which I think we will do today. That's kind of my thought. Oh, the train did leave. Good for you, train. With 3 people, that's going to be a big money suck, isn't it? But anyway, I put in a bunch of, I kind of landscaped this because this was looking weird, right? It was just kind of flat and looked out of place. But now putting this water around here kind of helps. It really helps the area. We put some islands in and still need to decorate it out a little more, but it surely makes it fit in a little bit better. Once I get some fences along here, I even thought about connecting this up here and putting a little bridge. It will definitely make things look really nice, especially with that landscape in the background. Whew. And I bumped this up, added a little rock formation there. Just wanted to make it kind of flow with the scenery a little more instead of just a coaster chilling right on top of just flat ground, you know? So they also changed the way queues work. They said people were a little more willing to wait in lines, I believe. I think that's what they said. I might come back to the American Arrow another time. See, that's something we've never seen, huh? I want to go to the American Arrow 1. They've never seen that. Those are new. Okay, that's interesting. And determining and deciphering what that means will be very interesting as well. This line is extremely long. What do they say over here? The queue for high seas was full. It sure is. But that's a pretty long freaking queue, man. I want to go on the high seas. So, I don't know. I mean, we could eventually extend that out and make it bigger if we wanted. That's just there to kind of add to the scenery rating. But that's cool. That's cool. I've also done other little things like added some different lighting effects to different rides and whatnot. But overall, that's kind of the biggest things that I saw. Maybe a couple little changes here and there. But what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Lots of things, lots of potential options, but let me just think on it for a little bit. All right, I think we're going to put some work in on this guy right here. This is something that I kind of have a little bit of a difficult time. Like, I want to put a ton of effort into it, but then kind of feel like, oh, maybe it's a waste. I don't know. But let's go into some walls and let's kind of look at what we got. I want to see wood. We're going to take this a little bit different direction. Without having a specific direct theme, it makes things a little more interesting. You know, I had the medieval theme before. And that just made it kind of simple and easy. I was like, okay, medieval theme, that's what we're doing. That's it. But now, it's kind of, you kind of gotta really think about how I want to go about doing things here. So I think we can make this a little bit more modern, is basically what I'm getting at. Kind of just rambled on there for no reason. Okay, so outside or inside? Outside, inside. Boom, boom. Let's take this out. Outside. Yes, okay. I did a good job and a good thing. We'll go like that. And I think, I mean, this green actually is not the color I want to use. It just screwed everything up. Let's build on the grid. Let's go wood again. And let's do like, I don't know. We'll pick a different color, but we don't want to be too crazy with it. We'll go, that's kind of a cool color, but let's just change it to like, I'm not a big fan of yellow. Maybe more blue. That's kind of more purple. Something like that, which looks kind of gray. You can see it over here. Yeah, so we'll kick it more towards the color. Just a little bit more. There we go. See how that looks. That's cool. That's a decent little... Well, it's not necessarily contrast color. It's a complementary color. Well, not complementary. It's the same color. But, okay. Here we go. So I think we were right here. Right? And then we want to come right here. And I'm going to kick it in right around the coaster here because you can't come right up to it. So I want to try something a little different here. Okay. And then we'll wrap all the way around here. Let me get this base finished off and I'll come back. Okay, so I got the whole base kind of finished off and I decided to, you know how I was deciding, okay, do I go out or in? You know how you have the option to kind of be on the inside of the grid or the outside of the grid. On the bottom, I was outside. When I went up to the next level, I took it in a little bit. And I did that because it's so much of the same material. And I want to be able to put some sort of trim piece right here to kind of break things up a little bit. And I might even raise this lower level up some. We could even try to do that. I mean, well, you know, looking on this side, it's not totally necessary. I think we'll leave it for right now. It's not 100% necessary to deal with, but let's go into wall decorations and let's look at some of the decorations we have. So we could obviously do like a wood thing right here. I want to put a trim piece all the way around here. We'll get wood off of there though, because I want to look at some of the other options we have. This one was interesting me a little bit. Like, let's say we put this here, right? This is a nice piece because there are some corner pieces available as well under the columns. Speaking of columns, we might go that direction as well. It's quite possible. We could even kick this in quite a ways like that. Bring it up just a little bit, get it in position, and let's see what this looks like if we drag this all the way over. You know, you can't, I don't think, no, you can't change the color of this. But that's the part I was worried about, and it only just pokes through that stair, so that's not too bad. That's okay. So these colors, they kind of complement each other. Whoop, had a little freeze there. The blue and the kind of yellowish color, they work together. Not bad. Yeah, that's not terrible. I'm kind of happy with that. Then we can also do something like this and kind of dress it up a little bit. So let's go like really red. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And what I'm thinking is turn this on its side, do a 45-degree snap like that. And then we can kind of just squeeze it in as like a detail line right here. Could be neat, right? I'm kind of digging that. It's just like a little detail. Could even add two. Ooh, should we do that? Let's try. Let's bring this down. Hard to tell where it's overlapping there, so that's kind of hidden. That's okay. Bring this down. I don't think we're gonna have a good time trying to select this. Like if I wanted to select them, duplicate them, and then bring them down, I don't think it's gonna be very good. So what if we brought this down here and kick that in and do like a smaller line right there? That could be nice. That looks like that could be nice. Okay. Just making like a little custom detail trim to go around this. You know, a lot of times I do some of this stuff off camera, but I think sometimes it's beneficial to do it on camera with you guys. That's all going to be hidden, so we'll just bring that over, and then I can go right there. There we go. Custom detail piece, huh? That's pretty nice. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. All right, and then I have to just duplicate this all the way around. Now to tie everything together, I'm kind of doing something similar on the bottom. Instead of using this detail piece, I'm using this one. It's pretty flat and it's a little bit on the boring side, but it's gonna work. It's gonna do the thing, and I'm just using that same brick, same color from up above. And I'd love to be able to just grab all of these pieces that I've put in. If I can, we'll see how lucky we get with this. And, oh, please, don't freak out. Okay? I think we've got them all. I think we do. Yes. And we'll advance move and just... Oh, that's right. So we're going to have to flip it. I think that's right. Uh-huh. That's right. It's going to be at a different height, though. So we're going to have to come back over here and make sure we line the height up right, because as it circles all the way around... Boy, we were close. But as it circles all the way around, we want it to be spot on. And that looks rather close. It's a little high. Can I just bring this down a tad? Ay, ay, ay. It looks like it's not going to let me get it right on. Yeah, that's too low and that's too high. Well, we're just going to have to live with it. It's not going to be super important. People aren't going to freak out if they see it. We overhang just a tad there. So we'll overhang just a tad over here as well. Very good. All right. So that gets that side taken care of. But this is where, and I'll wrap this around, of course, over to here. As a matter of fact, I could just do this. Bring it like that. Oh, it might not let me place it because it's going to like get in the way of the coaster. Oh, no, it'll let me do it. Very good. Good for you, game. Letting me do things. Okay, we'll go there and then out just a little bit. There we go. Come back this way. And that looks pretty good. Okay, then we can just delete some of these. Like, delete this, 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 and this. And I think this will have to come in, but we'll bring this one in first. So what this is making me want to do, and this is where you really have to balance your time in the game, but it's really making me want to now bring some vertical design into the equation. So something like the stucco, where is it? This guy. And that might not be too bad. That might look kind of nice. The color kind of matches a little bit. Could definitely fill these corners out with that. That's for sure. Let's try to do that. Because these corners are a little bit weird. Is that not big enough, though? It's not. Okay, that's okay. But we could tuck it in here and get some vertical support action like this. You know, and just put it in every once in a while. Maybe. So it's not overlapping that. Yeah, we could do that. And just see how this looks. I'm going to do it kind of on the random side, not really perfectly placed. And see what that looks like. Ah, it's a nice addition, I think. I think it helps just dress it up a little bit, don't you? And we could even do that lower as well. But let's take a peek into the columns. Let's see what we got down here. We've got these guys, which they say they're colorable, and that was one of the problems that I had with the... Oh yeah, they never changed that. Concrete column, 8 meters, not colorable. Can't color it. So that's a little bit of a shame, but there's this guy that we need. And we need him to rotate like that. And we can hopefully put him on the corners and it's going to look pretty nice. Now, if we bring this out quite a ways, it'll leave us the ability, and that looks fairly freaking centered. I'm pretty happy with that. We could just pop a column right under that. How does that look? Actually, the main thing we want is for these to line up, don't we? Let's get that to line up there. Very good. We'll work out this corner first and then move on. Brick, no. This, no. That's gonna force us to snap. No, that doesn't cover that enough. It's not good enough. I mean, I wonder. No, no good. It's just a trial and error basis. I mean, that Corinthian style, I'm not loving that either. Yeah, I might have to do a little custom custom pillar situation. Could get some wood and kind of rotate it around. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad, actually. We get the right color in there? We'll see. Anyway, we'll just hold off on that for the moment. But now things are starting to come together. We're starting to get some good color in here and whatnot. I'd like to then put a fence in here. Green color's kind of bothering me a wee bit. Not loving that. So we could change that up. But yeah, this fence could work. So let's go, instead of that, let's just see what a white looks like. White and blue. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Kind of like that. I'm seeing something that I don't like though, this blue on the border, on the edge, but it could just act as like an accent or a base for this. It's kind of nice right there. Isn't that kind of nice? I like that, but I don't think that corner is going to work out because we're going to have to get another full piece in here before our exit. So that guy might work out a little bit better for us. This right here, because that's going to meet up right here better. Okay, yeah, let's do the fence. Let's do the fence all the way around. After I completed that fence, I kind of went around and I made some pillars on the side just to kind of fill that out. This bottom part's looking a little bit on the weird side. Have to do some things to kind of help that out, make that look a little nicer. Could be as easy as just bringing this guy down and putting him here. Possibly. We'll see. We'll just kind of give it. Yeah, that actually looks really nice. That helps fill that out. Just so you're not having like a perfect, let's see, can I get an angle on this? Just so you're having like not an exact connection to the ground. It'll be a little bit weird on this side, but I think I'm going to use like foliage and rocks to cover that. So that'll be fine. No big deal there. So it's coming along. It looks a little bit on the plain side, but I'm kind of going for that. I don't want to get too crazy with it. Now here I just used some white wooden pillars. If I just drag that up to here, how's that look? That looks okay. That looks okay. But I want to figure out a height. I want to get my height worked out, and I don't need it to be too tall. As a matter of fact, the shorter it is, the better, I think. Just keep a low profile. And I think that might work. Having people here for a reference is kind of nice. So if we bring it down to like here, actually I'd be better off trying this over here, right next to the people. So let's see if I can't grab the piece I want. It's this guy, and I can't grab it. It's so tight in here. Hello? You, sir? Is that the right one? Let's hope it is. It is. Nice. Okay, so let's get our height based off of this. That looks pretty good. Pretty realistic. Maybe down just a wee bit. I want it, you know, give them enough head clearance to get through there. And I think that should do the trick. Let's go right there. Let's bring that over to here. Try to line that up as best as possible. That looks pretty good. If I can't see it from somewhat of a distance where I'm at right now, then I'm comfortable with where it is. Like, see like any weird overlap or anything, then I'm comfortable. As you can see, those pillars, they're not perfect. But like I said multiple times, if you just spend all your time working on getting the exact perfect situation, you're gonna go crazy. You will. You gonna go crazy. That's the truth. All right, here we're gonna have to work out something a little bit on the fancy side, but I want to kind of get some pillars there and there, like on either side of this. Obviously, we don't have the detail right here because these pieces aren't gonna fit in there. So like I said, have to get a little bit creative there. Let's kick this in like right here, but now we're having some weird overlap action, so that's not good. We want to bring this in there. Good, very good. And we could just grab these guys. Excuse me, I hit X on you, sir. grab those guys and bring them over to here, and they should fit in fairly nicely. They're not going to. They're not going to. That's okay. We'll just grab one and bring you over. You will fit nicely right here. Doesn't line up with that pillar, but that's okay. Bring it over, cover up that little post part. It's good. And then we just don't want to mess with the height. That's the big thing. And we'll put him about there. It's good. And then one like about here. Cool. All right. Yeah, so, and then we'll do that throughout. We'll do it across the front as well, but that's going to be kind of some tedious stuff. I would also like to try and put some kind of thicker pillars in the middle. And that might seem strange and weird. That's a humongous one. It's huge, too big, way too big. These guys, nah, that's not going to work. This could. This could. Now you can't change the color of it. And I mean, it might look weird. Like it's going to block a lot of stuff. I could separate it from the building and place it like exact, but to have some like thicker pillars on the inside would just give it the sense of being more structurally sound, because right now it's going to be a little bit strange with just these posts. But I'll get all these posts worked out, but before I do that, I want to just go to the roof section, and I almost want to work with the metal roofs, which is something I haven't really done yet. These guys, there it is. It's a little bit of a steeper angle, but I feel like it could be very good for us here. Let's see what height we'd have to put that at to get that to look nice. And are there actually... Okay, that's something I don't like. I'm not seeing any good roof trims for that. Roof trims? Metal roof trims? Ooh. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Because look at how this lines up here. I mean, I guess if it can overhang that much, our choices are either here or here. So we put that way out here. I mean, it's a good looking roof. Whoops. Let's put him there, 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 and there. It's a good looking roof, but that, well, that doesn't, yeah, it comes out a little too far for my liking. I'm not loving that. I don't think that that's going to be good. But I wanted something with a little bit more of a modern flair to it, and I thought that would do the trick. But it looks like it won't. And I also wanted to kind of round off these corners. I didn't want them to be like a perfect gable end here. I'm going to have to do some thinking. I'm going to have to do a little bit of thinking for this one. All right, seeing as it's my first time working with these pieces, a little bit of a learning curve, a little bit of a learning process, but I'm understanding it now. So under roof trims, there are the roof trims that work and match these shapes, but they're white and you have to color them. A little bit on the inconvenient side because I believe there's no color to match for this. So you have to kind of guess it. I'm a little off, but I'm close. I'm very close depending on the lighting. Like there, it almost looks perfect. So I think we're going like this. We're gonna keep it fairly modern up in here, which I think looks nice. I think that's a good look. The thing that I am a little bit concerned about is how this is all going to come together on both sides. Actually don't need these pieces here. Don't need these upper ones. So if I just duplicate this, flip it, and reverse it, put it over here, and match it up. That's about right there. All right, that's cool. That's cool. That'll work. This side obviously is going to be a little bit strange, so we'll have to fill that in and do something there, which I'm kind of happy about. I can do that, no problem. But now we have this middle that's going to meet up a little strange. It's going to do some weird things. How do we bring these together, right? Very simple solution, which is maybe the solution we're going to go with here, is just a flat roof. That would just, let's not do it like that though. Let's rotate it so it matches up. Could do a flat roof here and then potentially do something kind of nice. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad look. I mean, I'd really love to round this off here, but look at what happens when you try to get this angle rounded here. It starts intersecting and overhanging, and it does some weird things. So that's not great. We don't want that. Let's do this and then bring this guy up here and then put one over here. Now it's all trimmed out. That's cool. And there's some other trim pieces. Let's see these. Oh, that has supports on it, dude. That has some supports on it. I like this better. Okay, that's cool. So there's some cool options here to work with. And I know I'm just overwriting those one pieces, which isn't ideal, but it'll work for us. And then you just have these guys. Oh, yeah. I like it. You could change the color of them too, I believe. Yeah, you could. But I'm kind of cool with that color. It matches our theme fairly nicely. And we could even then come in here, duplicate this and bring it down. And just use that as a trim right here. Ooh. It's kind of nice. Oh, those are set back too far. Those ones I just placed. It's kind of nice. I mean, like I said, this is my first time working with these, so it's a little bit on the strange side, but they're still okay. Move this in to here. Hello, I thought I placed that. Hello? Does it not want to be placed there? It does. It desires to. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Not an amazing looking roof, but we can do some things to make it look nicer. But the other molding pieces that I wanted to show you are like here. We could get this guy like brought in to this edge, like here-ish. And that kind of, okay, that's not a good placement. That kind of rounds that off a little bit though. So that's nice, right? It helps just give a completed edge to it. Bring that there. Yeah, it kind of finishes that edge off and it gives this something to set on. Boy, I'm having a difficult time getting that placed where I want it. So yeah, that's gonna work. A little more modern feeling, but it's definitely nice having an actual building structure. It changes everything. So I did a little decorating here on the side. I kind of cleaned some of this stuff up. I just used this column to kind of tuck this in here, and I could even actually do something like this. I just thought of this. Could go like this and bring this guy in if we wanted to continue that line, which isn't super important. And we're gonna see a little bit of the brick right there. Not great, but it does kind of give us that detail line still, doesn't it? So I guess that's cool. We can work with that and make that be a thing. But yeah, so overall, we got something going here. But I wanted to work on filling in these kind of gable edges that I wasn't super thrilled about. I'll clean all that up later and work this out over here. But we're getting to the point where we feel like we have kind of a completed project. I want to go into walls and let's see. Let's filter by building material, scenery theme. Let's go modern because I think well, is it sci-fi? No, it's not sci-fi. Just planet coaster, empty. Interesting. Building material. Modern brick, rough brick, glass. Okay, that's the guy I was thinking, but that's not what I want. Yeah, this is kind of confirming what I thought. I was under the suspicion that I thought there might be some glass pieces that would fit this right here, or some windows, but it looks like we'd be going with this guy because that fits that slope, right? No. Yes? Yes, it does. Okay. I guess that's what we're going to go with because we're kind of locked in with this slope here. We got to stick with that material. Color-wise, let's kind of darken it up a little bit and maybe give it a shade of blue, a little bit of blue. That's very, very gray. Not loving that so much. Too much orange in that. That might be okay. It looks kind of concrete. What do you guys? Oh, I wish we were talking where we were like streaming or something where we could kind of work this out together. Maybe we go for a lighter color then. Definitely not green. That's not anywhere in our theme really. So we want to steer from that. So we're gonna kind of either be in the blue range or the red range. And that's kind of too pink. And I'd like to keep it lighter for the contrast. So let's go with this. It almost looks white, but it'll do the trick, I think. I think it'll work for us. I'll do some more searching. Ooh, what? You, sir? Aha. Okay, there we go. There we go. The grid was off. There we go. Okay, and I think we're going to need a 2-meter wall to fill that. And we still have our supports there. So that looks good. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. It just kind of fills that in, which is good. And then do we want to fill these in? I think we do. I'm going to have to put some trim pieces on this, that's for sure, because it's kind of freaking out a little bit. You see how the textures are glitching? You don't want that. So we could really just grab this trim piece, I think, and pop him right there. Yeah. There. And we'll have to put some moldings on that. But that's okay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I kind of actually, I kind of almost want these to be darker. Like in that range. Yeah, let's go with that. At least on these. And I mean, I'll do some thinking. I'll step back and look at these a little bit more. That texture glitch is really going to bother me a little bit, but I think we're going to put some signs there too to kind of help dress that up and make it look a little bit nicer. There's also scenery decoration pieces under props that are pretty cool. I think we might be able to implement them somewhere. Maybe they're not under props. I'm not seeing them. They might show up here. Oh, I could have used that fence as well, but that's okay. I kind of like the fence that we have going. All right, it's a roller coaster track prop. I have probably rolled right past it. Freaking screw. Path extras, art shapes, yeah, I probably rolled past it. But now I'm kind of at the point where I have to just start doing some detail work. And that's the one that's not only not entertaining to watch, but it's hard to kind of explain until like I do it and then I explain my thought process after, because it's just a lot of thinking. So I'll get on doing some decorating here to kind of make this thing pop just a little bit more. I'm doing one last scroll. Where's that freaking that's under building, ain't it? Sure it is. And decorations, of course. What a confused mess. It's not here. It's somewhere. I'll find it. The screw. Oh, why didn't I think of this earlier? The corkscrew. I say screw all the time. It's perfect. It's the perfect name. So, what did I do detail-wise? I don't remember. See you later. No, I kind of remember. Obviously, I changed this up and just made it the darker color. I just ended up liking that better. I kind of tried making a little bit of a custom sign here with these track things, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're under here, under signs, which is a little strange, but I guess it's like it kind of works for a sign. Miscellaneous sign track, and there's the other ones are in here somewhere as well. I'm lying to you. That is a lie. I lied. I thought I swear I saw them. I don't know. You'll find them. If you're playing, you'll find them. Don't worry. But I wanted to grab this guy because, lastly, we've got some weird things going on. We've got kind of, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. We've got some spots that are a little strange, like how this connects, the paths I'm talking about here. They just are acting a little bit funny for me. I don't love them. And I wanted to see about using this as like a custom support, but it's really strange to me. It's like kind of wobbly. It looks kind of cool though, doesn't it? It's kind of cool as a support. If I did that and then rotate it 90, it's kind of sick. It's sticking through right there, so that's not great. And it's, oh, because it goes up on that side, so I'd want to rotate it this way. Wow. Interesting. This is very strange, but it's kind of cool. It's like, it's not perfect, but it has a little bit of a cartoony feel. I like that, man. I kind of like that. Now let's do Control X and slide you over here and see if you can't do something cool here as well. Like right here? I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like this. Kind of don't. I'm not sure. But it's a nice way of kind of adding some supports in here. Like this has no support on it either. But I want to make some, well, I mean, that really does a lot right there as well. But I kind of want to make something right here, like a little archway thing or something. But for right now, I think we're good. So overall, I mean, we went from something that just looked like, and I think this was the right route to go today. It was just a coaster placed in this spot, and it looked out of place. But now, it's very in place. It's sets into our world really, really nicely. Just some little things, like a little bridge right here would be great, and some fence going along. And that will pretty much set this apart from anything else in the park as of right now, which I like. I think it's going to work out really, really well. It doesn't look strange to me anymore. So I'm happy about that. Obviously, some trees and some other land manipulation out here could really help it as well. I did rough water, and I don't know if that's cool or not. I think that is cool. I think I do like that. But anyway, that's going to do it. Many guests are thirsty. Thank you for letting me know. Before we finish, I guess, when we had everything paused that whole time. The park is great. I'm surprised there's no gift shops in the park, okay? The Cube for High Seas was full, and that's about it. So, you know, we'll want to get some gift shop in here, but overall, I think everything's running fairly nice indeed. Park's really coming along beautifully. Look at the line for this. Unbelievable. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled about it. Aha, 4.6, you stupid screw, idiot. Aha, you thought you were so cool. This is 4.8. And I made it myself. Pretty good, B-dubs. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks so much for your support. Leave a like on it for me if you did, and I very much appreciate it. Wait, leave a like on it for me if you did what? Leave a like on it for me if you did like it. I think I said that right. Who knows? I'm sleepy.